Hi, everyone. I'm Arden Lingenhoel. We're the Lingenhoels with Cutler Real Estate.
I'm Lisa. Hi.
Hey, welcome to our show today. Hey, that hot weather is out of here.
Whew, I like the hot weather. Come on,
it's
Arden.
all right if you're in the water, but we're not in the water. Well, we're going in the water today.
We're going to be in the water in about 2 hours.
It's supposed to be in the 80s, but not the 90s.
Yeah, great weekend. Right?
Oh, it was a great weekend.
And, you know, yeah, it rained yesterday morning, but at the fair, I'm sure the animals really appreciated that.
Cooled things down a little bit. But yeah, I was at the fair a couple days this week and watched the show, and then we bought a pig yesterday morning.
Yeah,
and
what about Marcus? Marcus, who was on our show last week.
Marcus did so well on Tuesday's showing. He showed in Born and Raised, but a golf cart went by, spooked Marcus's steer. He fell backwards, hit his head, and ended up at the hospital with 3 stitches. But then his steer went on to win. Was awesome. Grand champion Born and Raised.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And you know, the 4-H kids all came together to help him out.
Yes, they did. So
yeah.
And football team won on Friday. What a great win! It shows Louisville pride.
It does for sure. And girls soccer.
Yep.
Yesterday.
We were there last night.
Yeah.
And the girls won over at Austintown Fitch.
Yeah. And I'm just going to throw in just a little thing that we put on Facebook. Girls soccer team's doing a fundraiser. They're selling days of the month. I don't know how to explain it, but just look at Arden's post on Facebook. And yeah, come on, support us, support the soccer girls, right?
Yeah, I think you guys have seen the highlight films of Trevor Burek and Mr. Seaman on their interceptions. Of course, we had a block punt too.
Okay.
That was by Mr. Wilson.
Wow.
One of the Mr. Wilsons. So, hey, today we got a special guest. I don't know if anybody knows it or not because I look so young, but I do have a 36 and a 33-year-old daughter. And today I have my 33-year-old daughter, Dr. Cassandra Parker.
Yeah, thanks for remembering my age. I know it gets tough when we get up there.
I know. Everybody thinks I'm like 49, so it's still doable, though.
Nearly impossible.
But anyway, we're glad she came on the show with us today, and I think that we have a few questions to ask her. She is a physical therapist. She's a doctor of physical therapy, and she's going to give us some highlights on some things that she works on.
But first, she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. We got to give her the mic, Arden.
Give her the mic.
Okay.
So, Cassie, or Dr. Parker, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well,
a
little background. I went to Ohio State and got my doctorate of physical therapy. There, I came out of school and I actually was working in the hospital. I worked with patients with neurologic diagnoses. I kind of did it all because I was just really excited to be a physical therapist. And worked really hard the first few years. Of course, paid off student debt, and then settled in an orthopedic and outpatient facility. Since then, I've opened my own practice. Had 2 babies, so I have Lily and Luca.
Yeah, I was going to
their pictures on Facebook.
Tell us a little bit more about those little babies.
We have to give a shout out to Lily, though.
Yeah, Lily's birthday is tomorrow.
Yay.
She turns 5, starting kindergarten on Tuesday, so really crazy. I didn't think I was going to be one of those moms that's like snapping all the pictures and getting a little emotional.
Oh, yeah.
And then Luca is 3, so he will be going to preschool.
Yeah. And your husband, Sean?
Yeah, and Sean, we met playing soccer at NKU, so definitely loved seeing the soccer game yesterday.
Yep. Soccer's in your heart, and your kids are going to be soccer players.
Oh my gosh,
already.
So good.
We'll be going down to their soccer games, won't we?
I can't wait.
That'll be so cool. But let's take a break, and when we come back, we have some questions I think are going to be interesting for you viewers out there. So see you in a couple minutes.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans. As many of you know, when the Louisville Herald moved on into retirement, the city of Louisville, Nimishillen Township, and all of its community members were left with a void. The community lost its ability to hear about local events, news, information, sports, and community projects. We lost the ability to come together for Louisville's betterment. Well, we have a solution for you, Spotlight Media Network. Spotlight Media Network is a place anyone can go, whether it be social media, YouTube, or our website, that will display information in different formats to show the best Louisville has to offer. One last thing, if you have something newsworthy or something you would like the community of Louisville to hear about, send us an email at spotlightlouisville1@gmail.com. So if you want to see what is happening in Louisville or the best Louisville has to offer, check out Spotlight Media Network, where we know Louisville is #1.
Hi folks, we're back with Dr. Cassandra Parker, my daughter, Lisa's
Yes.
stepdaughter.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about physical therapy. She's a doctor of physical therapy. And just give us a little bit of your background.
Yeah, well, I already mentioned that I went to Ohio State and really, worked in all different settings of physical therapy. I even did some home health physical therapy for a period of time, which was really nice. And I realized that I like all aspects of physical therapy. But what I initially tried to do, as far as like my continuing education, because as a physical therapist, anywhere in healthcare, you're never not learning, right? You have to continually educate yourself. So I really wanted to fill gaps that I saw in the healthcare system, and those that led me to working with patients with more chronic pain, those people that have had repeated surgeries, flare-ups of back pain, ongoing injections and things like that, because our pain management system right now in the healthcare system is not ideal. And there's a lot of pain science that goes on in the brain that really can impact how you feel pain throughout the day. And so I really wanted to explore that. So I set out on an adventure to really uncover that and understand that better so I could help my patients better. And then that also led me into the women's health realm and doing some specialty in pelvic health and leading women through basically what I like to say, all of the changes in their lives. We talk about the big change, right? But also pregnancy, postpartum, women's bodies. Men kind of, I always joke, have their same body all the way through their life, but women's bodies continually change.
Yeah, so Arden, do not ask any questions.
Yeah.
Well,
Cassie and I are having this conversation.
I usually just throw some bag bomb on it and I'm good.
Yeah.
And yes, that is so true. That is so true.
But yeah. So giving people the space to heal and the education and the understanding of healing and how your body works and how your mental health and physical kind of align, and even, just other aspects of your health really play into pain. I don't think that's well understood.
So maybe expanding on women's health.
Yeah.
What is the age that you're most seeing when women start to, change, or when they need your help? How old are they usually?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, I attract some of the younger women who are having babies because their bodies change a lot and they have to get used to that kind of new body, we say, after babies. But I love working with women, 50 plus, who just feel like they finally have a little bit more time on their hands. Their kids are grown and a little bit more independent. And they're just looking to the future and they're saying, okay, well, in 20 years, I hope I want to still feel good in my body.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like leaking pee when I jump on trampolines and things, dare I say, on TV. But those things happen, right? You kind of, a lot of women I've had, I turned 50 or I turned, 55, 60. I woke up one day and I feel like my body is like falling apart and all these aches and pains are coming. So I love working with, I would say, the woman who is motivated to stay strong as she ages and really refuses to feel old.
Interesting.
That's
Interesting.
great.
Kind of like you when you water ski.
Yeah.
Hey, I water ski and nothing
Yeah,
hurts.
it's great.
It's like
great.
2 days later when everything hurts.
And you know what? That's you get that joy, and then you have a little soreness, and you
It's
recover,
worth it.
and it's worth it.
Yeah, but see, for me, then I just take ibuprofen, drink a glass of wine, and I'm good to go again.
And
So that's probably
okay,
not what
right?
you
In
want to
moderation.
hear. Yeah, moderation, of course, of course.
Yeah.
For sure. So how do you work with people?
Yeah, well, actually, what I found, I mean, specifically with women's health and chronic pain truly is any pain you've had for longer than 3 months, even if it's reoccurrent, even if it's you throw your back out, it goes away for a little bit, but then it happens again in the next 6 months, right? Mm-hmm. That is chronic pain because something in your body is not optimized because that same spot keeps getting stressed and getting irritated. Yeah. So basically, what I do is I can work with women, or I still work with men, but as far as women's health, I can work with women online very easily because what research has shown is that if we're given the education about our bodies, about hormone levels and just regular healthy habits, digestion, like I said, bladder function, things like that really play a role into how we, particularly as women, feel our pain. And so educating them, I have tons of resources. Just what they found in research is giving the education and teaching women more about their bodies gets them 50% of the way there.
Oh,
and then, I do what's called postural restoration therapy, which is very easily done at home. And it's just learning to kind of rebalance your body so that you're not overstressing certain aspects of, we know specifically, again, because I work with this specialized population of women over 50, I can see the stress on their body, and it's maybe even from not fully recovering after babies. And we're still trying to kind of, I have a lot of women that are like, I had a C-section, 10, 15 years ago, and it still bothers me. So we work on things like that. So I can work very virtually. And it is absolutely, you start to notice a difference fairly quickly with a little bit of guidance.
Virtually, you're talking like Zoom calls. We all know about Zoom, right? And Zoom is good.
It's great. It's great because there's lots of advantages. But I have resources online for women to go through, kind of self-paced, which tends to work for us, right? Because we're like, okay, well, I'm very resourceful, but I want to make sure I'm absorbing the right information. So I give them that through an online portal, and they just can absorb the information. And then we do check-in visits. And those visits with them, we're just kind of optimizing some of the things that, some of the education that I'm providing, specifying for their life. And the best part are if you do a virtual consultation with me, I record the sessions. You have access to them. So if I'm leading you through movement, where if I see someone in the clinic, they're like, I'm going to forget all of this when I leave, because we're always doing a million things. I'm like, virtually, this is great. We have it recorded. I'll send it to you. You can revisit whenever you want.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I have a question for you. Yes. You can bill me later, okay? So no. Wake up in the morning, back hurts. Okay, so chronic probably because it's like gone on for so long. Should I call the doctor? Should I go get an x-ray? Should I get an MRI? What's your suggestion on that? Because, of course, the first thing that I think is I want it fixed immediately. So if I go get an image, then doctor will say, oh, that's broken or whatever, and then fix me. So what do you suggest?
Well, basically, if you're waking up from pain, give yourself a little bit of time to kind of get warm and move around a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of time. And actually one of the worst things that you can do is get really nervous about what the pain means, because what we know about pain science is pain is just an output from the brain, and it can come when you're anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, and that can be from the day prior, and maybe you didn't sleep as well as you normally do. And so understanding that pain does not equal injury is really important right off the bat, because if you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm in pain, and say you can work the stiffness out a little bit after like waking up from pain, and maybe it feels good, but then you go garden and then it's like you get a sharp pain, right? Or something goes down your legs. That's very scary most of the time. And that's where people are like, oh my gosh, I need to, do this really quickly. Or, and really the first thing to do is breathe, relax your body, settle that anxiety a little bit, because then your body will feel pain differently. You can actually, a lot of times, unfortunately, I have people that rush right to the doctor, and the doctor, doesn't really touch you. They just ask you a couple questions and then say, okay, we're going to order this x-ray or order this MRI or get this injection. And then it's like, oh my gosh, well, you told me nothing about what's actually going on, or whatever you did say I didn't necessarily understand. Mm-hmm. And so you're in that kind of confused state and like, oh my gosh, now we got to get all these tests. That actually amplifies people's pain. So there's often times where people get MRIs and they have these incidental findings on their MRI, and now they know there's bad things happening in their back, or maybe you've been told before you have arthritis all over, and it just makes you scared to be in your body. So that's where I come in, is I really help kind of guide you into feeling better in your body, because we only get one body, and it's nice to feel powerful and strong in your body. It's gonna change all of your decisions throughout the day, throughout the next 10 years. Trips you want to go on, trips you plan. The worst thing I see is when people are canceling plans and things like that because of pain, because you work so hard all your life, you retire, and then you're like, I want to go do all the things. And a lot of people can at that point. So that's kind of what I help them understand, so that they feel a little bit better in their body. So giving them tools to kind of reach in, and sometimes it comes down to something just as simple as breathing. Being able to relax, right?
I hear you say
that was
to me,
a big spiel, but I'm very passionate about that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you yell at me all the time. Breathe, Dad. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So you got, and I get that. I'll tell you, if I have pain, I take nice, deep, cleansing breaths. You guys have heard out there that oxygen helps heal your body, and breathing is a trigger for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, Cassie, if viewers out there listening are going, oh gosh, I need to find that doctor. I need to talk to Dr. Parker. How are they going to reach you?
Yeah. Well, I think, can you link some things in the notes?
Yeah.
I of course have a website where you can find all of my information, a little bit more about me, but I also offer a free virtual call, either on the phone or on the computer, whichever suits you better, where we can just start to kind of talk through some things. A lot of the common questions I get is like, I've had XYZ happen, like, can I even fix this? Or, my dad had a bad back too, so is this even possible for me to feel better? So I can really just answer those questions a little bit better on the phone with you, and get a little bit deeper into kind of how we can work together.
Well, we'll make sure to post your number and website, right?
She fixed me yesterday. I had a pain in my knee, and she laid me on the floor and pressed a few places and checked me out.
That was coming from your back and your hip, right?
It's coming a lot of times you think, oh, the pain is in your knee. Well, it's in your hip. Yeah. So I've been educated throughout the years by my daughter.
Isn't it nice to have me in the family?
It is so nice to have you.
You healed one of my buddies when we were on a golf trip, and he was able to golf the next day, so that was great. So
well, and of course she's worked with Alyssa, AJ, Grandma, Grandpa, everybody. We're trying to get her to work with Rob. We were going to have Rob lay down here today, but he's over there.
Chickened out.
So, yeah, we'll get him though. Anyway, so we really appreciate you stopping by, coming for a visit for the weekend.
Yep.
We are just having a great time. We're going to get out on the boat in a little bit. Might do a little skiing, tubing. Most about eating, picnicking,
Swimming.
Labor Day festivities.
Yes. Yeah. But hey, so AJ and I, we were out putting up Rotary flags the other day, and that was fun. After it's been a little bit of time, and you go out to put the flag in the hole.
Grass has grown over them. You have to measure.
Hard. So if you saw us digging up grass looking for the little cap to put your flag in, sorry if we messed up your grass a little bit, but the flag is in the yard. That's what's important, and we do appreciate you participating in that fundraiser with Rotary. But getting to what I was going to say, we were out And on the corner of Hillock and Meese, there
Yeah.
is the sweetest lady. And every time I drive by there, she's out working in her yard. She is amazing. So Doris, you are the yard of the week. We had a great little visit, and I hope that you got down to Virgil's to get some ice cream. Your yard is amazing. We put pictures on Facebook, and we just really appreciate you making our community so very much more beautiful.
I think we told them last week that we only had one more yard of the week, but we are going to pull
we got
this.
another yard of the week.
We're going to find another one.
It's so hard to stop doing it, but we thought, you know, Memorial Day to Labor Day, perfect timing. And I do have something in mind going into fall.
What is it?
Well, it has, I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. Don't put me on the spot.
Oh, I
But
thought you
am
had
thinking
shared
it.
something with me.
No, well, I kind of did, but my mind, kind of changed my mind a little bit. So
All right.
anyway, we are coming up with something great, or I am coming up with something great soon. But in the meantime, we got one more yard of the week, so we're going to be out early this week to find a great yard and give away another gift card. So you can go to Virgil's.
Yep.
And yeah, that's where we're at.
They still have ice cream left, so.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they make ice cream year round. Well, I guess we'll find out because this is their first year.
Yep.
But if not,
Yep.
hot drinks, right? So
Yeah,
anyway.
enjoy this weather on Labor Day
Yes,
weekend.
yes.
It's just very moderate.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be great to get out there. It's supposed to be nice and sunny today.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what Monday brings, but enjoy your cookouts, enjoy your family,
And
love
these-
them up.
Yep. Yep.
And we want to thank you for tuning into our show today. And just have a great, great day. Thanks.
We'll see you next week. Take care.